No?
No, I'm like trying to like crack the stone. Like,
Oh, crack the
let me try.
stone of
So
the
like,
lid.
since there's a hole there, I'm putting, no, of the floor. Like, I'm putting the crowbar through the thing and then like
Right.
pushing up to try and like break out the other half.
Yeah, that's what I was understanding. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you break it a little bit more bones and whatnot fall in.
I'll put them in the bag.
Okay. I assume you just keep going till you're in the sarcophagus at this point.
Yeah, I basically just bust it open till so I can get in there.
Okay. Yeah,
Isn't there
you're in a
usually latches
sarcophagus
on
now.
the lid too?
What was it?
Isn't there usually latches on the lid too?
Yeah, but to be able to get in there enough to like hit them, I'd have to like break open half the floor anyway. As far as you know, I figure. So might as well just bust out the space to crawl in at that point.
Okay. You're in.
Uh,
You have put
I
most of the
just
skeleton in the bag at this point. There might be a few pieces
I'll
left.
I'll finish it and I'll give it a proper burial later.
Hmm. I am going to
And
say
then
you
I'll
lose track of anything that was like remaining on it, because I mean, made huge mess.
well, I mean like I clearly would, you know, put anything in the bag that's not rock.
Okay. I hate to
So
do it. I'm gonna.
if you want me to make a perception check, I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I do have an ion torch
You
going.
you find a ring.
Cool. I stick it in a pocket for now. Because I can't figure it out.
Okay.
Uh,
I didn't plan for anyone to go through the tunnel system for this one.
say, how heavy is the lid?
Okay, to fake that ring. How heavy is the lid? You can now stand up at least.
Yeah.
So it's as heavy as the lids are normally, so just a bit of strength check. However,
I was gonna say, my lift is over 200 pounds, so I could.
you're going to need that crowbar to pop open the latches on the outside.
Ah, well.
Those were the lid latches I was talking about.
Do I need to find out what's outside in the tomb? I look down, it's like,
Like,
hey, do we want to keep going? Or do we want to try and get out here?
I mean, you did all this work.
Yeah, let's not put this work to waste.
I was gonna say, if we keep going, there could be rewards. I like flick the ring over at Zach.
I shove him aside and I go in first.
Eve, I meant as if we keep going doing this.
like
Let's
looting
go.
all the crypts or leaving
Yep.
through this one.
I basically like once he's in the thing, it's like what I'm saying is we could loot all of the crypts, or we could leave now. I just don't want to let him know about the looting.
I'm gonna show. We're doing this.
I,
I
I
wish-
think to myself, this new
We're-
guy
We're
went
whispering
from
in the tunnels.
apprehensive to very eager in very short time.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the kind of thing. It's like once you realize that there's potentially a plethora of loot, you're just kind of like caution to the wind.
Considering now we no longer have to survive, over
Yeah.
here we have a way out. It's pretty much common sense. Common sense. Common sense. We do
To keep going and exploring.
exactly.
So,
Yep.
Keep going and exploring.
So I guess we'll just go to length of the tunnel doing this, unless somebody says otherwise.
yeah,
I agree.
There might be canisters on the other side of the casket in each of these rooms,
Are you saying that in character, out of character?
in character.
I mean, at
That's
this
also
point,
just like
you denied a canister earlier. You don't care now.
let's say I personally am just like,
Well, there's two others as well.
My only experience is vomiting out a pig.
So, yeah. So, so how well did they manage to hide the fact that they are robbing a tomb from me? Is what I'm wondering.
You're reading a book and hearing some destruction as they open something inside a crawl
I
space.
specifically said a door.
I'll just roll a perception.
I mean, we were whispering, so.
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
totally invested in the book right now. He wants to see how it ends.
Good book.
I mean, it's a holy text, so it's just.
I was about to say
you
it's
know.
the
I
good
hope
book.
it doesn't.
Let's say, a holy book shouldn't technically have an end for a deity that's still alive.
Spoiler alert. He time
It should
traveled.
just.
Oh no.
I unwittingly have a copy of a holy text from the future that has the date that Apsu gets killed. I just never realized it because I never read it to the end. Yeah, if Mace wants to break into the crypt to check for canisters, I guess we can do that.
Very well. Let's try to open it. Let's try to open it slowly and carefully. I whisper
Oh.
towards.
Did I suggest it though? If I didn't notice.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say if like
Okay, so we had to decide. Did you notice? You find out you didn't notice. You didn't suggest the canisters. It's up to you two whether or not you want to open it. As far as
I think-
you are concerned, Alex, stay in here because obviously there's more looting to be done.
yeah.
Zach wants to
Uh,
get out, realizing where you are. It's up to you, I think, Mace, on what the group does.
I think there is some misunderstanding. I don't mind the looting. I just won't loot the corpses myself.
Is that like a point you made clear, or was there just
That's what I tried to make clear at least earlier.
okay?
That's,
Oh well,
Okay.
in that case,
uh,
yeah. No, it's a
you
crypt.
don't need to hide that you're. you're
I thought
looting.
I'm
I'm not gonna smite you for looting.
I was gonna say, like, in character, if you don't, like, specifically say, it's fine to desecrate the grave, I just won't do it.
Yeah, you do whatever you fuck you
Because
want.
my character's assumption this whole time has been, like, you don't want graves desecrated. So
Oh,
I've been
no.
trying to avoid exposing that point to you.
Yeah, that's what I gathered you understood it as. So I'm
Yeah.
making it clear now that I don't care.
Yeah,
You do what
very
you
well.
want.
Well, in
I
that
just
case,
won't do it. And
Yeah.
the rest
I'll
of the
let you know
crypt
that.
is that's pre-rain. That I loot the rest of the crypt. I just won't touch the corpses.
alright. Well, yeah, no, so
Find the
there's...
resting place and all.
And in that case, I do let him know.
Okay.
There's a crypt on the other side.
Okay. So much retconning as we try to figure out what all everyone means. Alright, so let's go with what is your plan of action at this point as a whole?
I'm still invested in the book.
I
Finishing
guess
the
what
book.
we we go through the bottom, lift off the lid, peek around, make sure it's clear. If not, we close the lid immediately.
Okay.
If there's
Sure.
stuff in there, we grab it. If there isn't, we leave and go to the next one.
And you
it's
just do
pretty
this for
fair.
every single one? Because I don't want to,
Yeah.
like, roleplay all of that. I will say what you find.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
like I said, like I figure we just go through the process once, and then you just tell us how many times we do this.
A couple of these are kind of broken, so you might at least get into
Yeah.
the crypt, find the body,
Yeah.
and maybe a couple things. There's not a lot in the way of magical gear, but there is a bunch of jewelry. I'll give you at least that
I mean,
much.
stuff to sell is,
Stuff to
stuff to
sell,
sell.
exactly. You find some copper coins. You actually find a couple gold coins with one corpse. Let's see how many you find. 15 gold coins.
Does Mace like just lose his mind over finding gold coins here?
No, I gotta say, we share this.
I've got plenty. I'm not worried.
Very well.
You guys can
But
split
you
amongst
found
yourselves.
gold. It's completely useless on the island, but you found gold. There is only 4 more pieces of jewelry, sadly to say.
Alright.
Because I rolled a
can't
d10,
fit it.
I will say the others are gemstones,
All right,
but 4 actual pieces of jewelry.
including or in addition to the ring.
In addition to the ring.
Okay.
I cast detect magic and look upon them.
Just jewelry. I will give you that last ring as a some type of magical item. Alright, let me really quickly glance through to find out some form of equipment. Give you something interesting.
It's another chitin ring. You can produce 100 feet of chain a day. Woo! That's literally what my ring does. Is it just makes 100 feet of chain a day, and I can fire it with a 50-foot range increment if I want.
Okay, hang on.
Can you fire like one link of chain and then it just flies
I
away?
do not think so. I think it has to be the full length of the attack,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. And the thing is, there's literally just a 40-foot piece of chain in that room we left. Just
Yeah.
laying there. Once per day is a standard action. You can shoot a chain as though it were a grappling hook, except the range increment is 50 feet. Whatever
I am
length of-
tempted to give this to you because it would be great for me,
Yeah, well,
but I don't want to do that.
I mean,
'Cause
do
that
what you
wouldn't
want.
be fair to you. Do what I want. I mean, it's worth some money, so you can at least sell it. But okay. You look at it. It is cast level 13. If you want to try to guess what it is, the aura comes off as strong evocation.
Make that knowledge or that spellcraft check.
It's 28. DC 28 to recognize what it is. Mace.
Honestly,
Yeah.
did you prepare identify after all this time?
He has detect
Uh,
magic, so it's just.
Well, no, identify gives you a +10, I
I'm
believe,
just
right?
gonna do one single thing. I'm gonna enter a focused trance
Yep.
and attempt to identify it. So technically, by entering a focused trance, which is this thingy, I will get a +20 to my next intelligence-based skill check. And that I believe will be the spellcraft check.
Okay.
So
Plus
41.
20,
So
41.
yeah, he knows what it is.
It's a ring of retribution.
Guys, I believe this was made for a paladin.
That's classist, dude.
But in this case, let's give it to our cleric over here. He might need it.
Jeez.
I mean,
That's a
to be
ring of
fair,
retribution, dude.
he's the one that's most likely to survive it. With his fire resistance and his decent reflex save. Oh, it's only a DC 14. Most of us should be able to make that.
So, like I said,
It-
either the cleric or the paladin. Which one of you would like it?
I'll hang on to it. On the off chance
Do
we
you
want to use it.
all remember? Do you all know what this is? Should I just go ahead and post it?
I didn't know what it was, but I googled it.
Go ahead and post it. It's
I'll post it.
honestly, it's hilarious. It just means I need to find a way to get fire immunity.
Yeah. I mean, if it's what you want, it's
Oh.
basically a fireball that's maximized on top of your location.
It's a max level fireball centered on you
Yeah.
once per day.
It's a 30-foot radius burst.
Like I said,
Oh, yeah, right.
probably the paladin should have this. It is made for you.
Total of 60 damage if it goes off well, with a reflex DC 14 for half.
Oh,
Though
I'm
I
pretty good
do
to that.
wonder about that reflex save. If it's currently on you, can you make a reflex from it?
Yes.
Makes no
by
sense.
the rules, yes.
Anyway,
Because fireball being centered on you when it's cast wouldn't give it to you either.
Yeah, and that would be hella overpowered.
Yeah.
Either way, you all are free to go.
All right,
All
cool.
the
You
magical equipment
get to this
carriers
last
must
tomb.
also save.
And you do see another cave in to the north. You actually feel you're fairly close at this point to the giant sand pit.
Hey,
So that's how far you've been walking.
I'm gonna say you guys have been wanting to go back there and double check you didn't miss anything, right?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, wanted to dig.
No bothered. The rest of us want to go, yeah.
Oh, Dave, you're back. Is everything okay?
Sorry, I've had a family friend who's passed away, so.
Oh,
But I just
okay.
wanted to come back on because I didn't want to abandon the game. So I've done the triage conversation, and the rest of the conversations happen tomorrow. So I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay. I was worried it was your mother because I know something was going on with her.
Yeah, no, not mom. It's just a friend
Okay.
friend from college.
I mean, that's still upsetting, but I'm glad not your mom.
Yeah. There is that. Yeah. It's COVID as well, yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you don't expect it when someone your own age, you know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
You
I arrived
have
for the
looted
end.
quite a bit. You've been given a ring. You think it is
Oh,
a
another one.
wonderful ring.
I'm hanging on to it.
Oh, you were hanging out. Never
No.
mind, you weren't given the ring.
Like my
Yeah.
backpack.
It's mostly because I don't want you to accidentally kill yourself
Ah,
that I'm hanging on to it.
please hang on to it. Unless it's like, you know, the early backpack situation where
Well,
I don't know
as
who
for
was
what the ring
carrying my
is,
backpack.
because you didn't hear it, it is a ring of retribution. Basically, you set a fireball off where you're standing. Once
On
a
top
day, you're
of
allowed
you.
to do that. Yeah.
I am wearing a ring of fire resistance. I don't know if that would help, but
It's only 10 points total
Mm.
between the two you've got
Oh, he took both.
versus the. I figured he did.
It's up to him if he wanted both. I don't think you ever established who took both rings.
Well, I took
Dave,
both now.
one ring
Dude,
is a resist
both.
5 fire. Do you want to take both?
Mhm.
Did Zach give away both?
I don't know if he gave away both.
I mean, Zach
I think I think I
Zach took
practically
the
smashed.
necklace. He doesn't have rights to the rest, I would guess.
He looted everything.
He did do that, but Dave wanted a ring. So Dave has at least
Yeah.
one ring.
Yeah,
agree.
He has the ring.
Okay,
We have
so
the
who has the
second
second ring?
We also have the second ring. It fits very nicely with the first one.
There you go. Alright, so Dave, you have 2 rings already.
My goodness. So is that are these both fire resist rings? Is that what they are?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
And that's a total of 10 points of fire resistance, so send him out to deal with the dogs. How about that?
I'm just a lowly cleric. My
Okay.
domain's fire.
So the question is, which tomb do you leave through? The last one, which is a full tomb?
Yeah, I think the very last one we come upon is probably the best way to go. That way we're as far
Okay.
away from the blowing up dogs as possible.
You are indeed.
So,
Okay.
Okay, I support what he said at this point. We're going from there. The last tomb. It's probably our best bet.
Exiting out the door here, which was locked, but I assume you make short work of that. I mean,
Of course.
that'd be
you have
as
a
short as
crowbar,
needed.
you have someone who's really handy with a flail and has broken several doors so far. I'm just not gonna to worry about that. Who is the first to walk out the door?
First out the door will be my torch with the mage hand,
Okay.
in order to light up and see what's
And
inside.
who is the actual person first out the door?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's me.
Okay.
How far am I in the book?
It's been a couple hours, if not 3 or 4.
Yeah. How big is this? It's like a travel.
It's
book,
a
or is it?
traveler's brochure version.
So I'm pretty.
So
much
it's only
done with
half as big as a full holy text.
You got
If
the
I- if
important
I'm
chapters, and they skipped the, build up to things.
I hand it back to Falafel, Farnef.
Falafel. Oh my gosh.
Now I want kebab.
Today, Funkin
and,
is just pushing the boundaries.
I am. I didn't remember his name.
I mean, you called him
Pilgrim.
falafel, said the spawner is basically women everywhere. There's just...
That was.
Oh.
That was a
Just some
bit,
good old internet forum humor. That's all.
I hand it back and say, "It's a shame how it ends."
And what?
And then I walk out.
I take a look at the last page in confusion.
On the last page, it talks about how he will, in future, be reborn.
Huh. I'm trying to remember the other versions I've read and if that's part of them or not. It's like, wait, hold on. Is that... What?
Nothing
I
you
don't-
recognize.
I think I remember that.
Knowledge religion to see if you recognize why. What?
Is that supposed to be there?
Yeah, it must be, but I mean, you don't remember. You never quite ever
That's
read
weird.
the last few chapters.
That's weird. I'll have to look into that when I get back.
Hmm.
I follow him out.
No, Dave, not you. You don't know his religion that much.
No, fair enough.
All right, back on point. You're all out. The description of the area you're in would be the description if you came from the road. So at this point, I'm just gonna say you hear howls very far in the distance. A lot of trees. You're clearly at the edge of what is a hilly region.
You wanna ping where we're at?
The triangle is where you're at.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we can see the giant sand pit from here.
If it wasn't for all the trees in the way, possibly.
Well, I look at everybody, it's like, we should probably keep our heads down as we try to get out of here so we don't attract the attention of all those things that want to blow up and kill us.
Right.
Very well. I keep my head low and attempt to sneak.
Okay.
I get a +2 because it's a forested area.
Quick question: which way are you guys heading?
Yeah, I have no clue what's on the island. It's all you guys.
I would point out it is about evening at this point. You've taken so long.
I'm gonna go slightly towards the towards the water and the shore.
So this way.
More that way.
Okay.
Alright.
Two of you are stealthing quite well.
Oh, we're stealthing.
I mean, Dave and Alex were. The rest of you think you're stealthing.
Yeah.
As you proceed east, I'm gonna need grab this. It is evening. There is a chance you meet something in the darkness that you wish you hadn't. Really quickly, hang on. This one, yes, you're in first one. So D20. Yep, okay, and another D20. 14. Night. Excellent. You guys hear some growling off in the distance,
Alrighty.
about 60, 70 feet away. and then kind of like some snuffling. Perhaps it's not perhaps growling at you, but at something else.
I go into the water and make sure I
You're not at the water yet.
At-
You're close. You hear it in the distance. Past this
I got it.
creature.
I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna run away as fast as I can.
Pick a direction.
It just breaks into a sprint.
Yep.
Just runs past.
Pick a direction.
This direction.
Which direction? Oh, north. Okay.
North.
So he proceeds running north. What do you guys do?
I just shake my head and slowly follow.
Me too.
Okay. So the question is, does it notice you all? Let me just roll that.
I also.
I mean, he broke stealth, so.
He did. And I would notice if it sees you guys, or just proceeds to run after him.
Depending on his
I'll,
bonus.
That's a
far
it's
enough.
a +6, and I rolled a 7. It does. It notices James.
Yep.
Thanks to him doing that. And yeah, it's just this creature runs off. It notices the running. It looks over. It notices James. And then
Hey,
just kind of
look
stands on
back
its
and-
back feet and roars
I look back.
at James.
I take out my sword and shield.
What does it look like?
And
A bear.
roar back.
Alright, cool. Hold animal.
What do you mean?
Well,
I can once per day hold animal. Because I'm part satyr.
Okay, yeah, that this animal lets you do that.
So it needs to make a will. Well, no, it needs to make a will save.
No, I meant like you'd be able to cast it on this creature, not so much on the others.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's a +2, so 21.
Yes, it would make the save.
Sorry.
Because it would be 10 plus half character level plus charisma, so it would only be a 16. You know, if you didn't roll a 19 on the die, that'd have been great. Then we could have just coup de grace it.
Luck of the draw just happens.
Well-
It is not held.
Nope.
New initiative checks are, I believe, needed.
Uh,
As
yeah.
Mace
I roared
moved
back.
your back.
I mean, I will
You
roar
know
back
what?
to try to hit him.
Why not? It pauses in action as you roar at it.
What's your intimidate bonus?
I took handle animal.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm letting you have a chance with the handle animal. It's just like, what?
So intimidate, was that it?
Double checking. Okay, why are these not?
I think he's saying he'll let you attempt to handle animal.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
I
no,
did 23.
I let you do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's paused in its action, but the initiatives did not come through for anyone else. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
You have to click your icon and then I didn't do that either. You have to click your icon and then roll the initiative. So if I do it now, it goes straight to the.
I mean, but you're 20.
Hey, yeah, look at that.
Okay, I guess we'll take the new initiatives everyone gave. I do
I
not see
just
Dave's,
think
but is
that-
he also away again?
Whoa.
Okay. We got about 20 minutes left in today's
Oh, is it
session. We are going to get through this quickly. The bear stopped acting as it just kind of looks confused at you, James.
Yeah.